Hi, have you found my crib sheet yet? I will put a link into the information. Basically, it covers, well, almost all the cards. Quite a few people have emailed me and said, where's the Fool? Well, the answer is quite simple. My original tarot course was 9 months. So each Sunday we would gather for 3 hours. We would look at one group of cards in depth, for example, the Suit of Swords, and then we would do practice reading for each other, perhaps using different spreads. Now, some of the people on the course asked for a crib sheet because what they said was, we want to start reading straight away. Now, the problem with that is it really hurt me just to condense my information down to one sheet of A4 for each card. So to condense it further to a couple of lines for every card, that was really hard. And I'm going to be honest and say I was really irritated. But on the other hand, I saw their point of view and I thought it was a really good idea. So what I did was I designed a simple 3-card spread where the cards in the middle, if I just shuffle, is your main focus. Ooh, that one popped out, so we'll go for that. Card in the middle, your main focus. The second card is to the left, and this is a slight warning. Now, I don't read reversals, so I like to have at least one card that is either crossed or in what I call a blocked or warning position. Hanged Man. And the card to the right is advice. You need to embrace this. And that was it. And so basically in my crib sheet, I know you can't read it because it's all mirrored, but you've got, if I go to the Chariot, find the Chariot, and you read that for main focus, card 1, I succeed. Triumph, success, forging ahead through your own efforts. So tomorrow is a good day for that. The Hanged Man, go to the Hanged Man, take care, card 2. Things might take a little longer than expected. Okay, I think I know what that's about. Temperance, card 3 to the right. Find that. Things are coming together nicely. As it just gives you a real sort of a starting point. Okay, it's small enough to give you a starting point. And hopefully then, if you're just looking for a little bit of extra support, you don't want to wade through the books, the crib sheets will help. However, I did not include the Fool. When I looked at the Fool, there was so much to say about this one beautiful card that I really thought I am going to leave this out. Just, if I'm honest, to annoy my students and partly to see who picked up on it. I'm glad to say a lot of people did pick up on it. And people that do pick up on it, I just send them the full notes for the Fool. What does the Fool mean? The Fool is not a numbered card. It is not the first of the major arcana. Number 1, the Magician, is the first. 0 is nothing. It's a placeholder. It is not a number. It's potential. The Fool is pure potential. I often think of it as an unborn soul. And in fact, reading about death, tarot covers everything. It's, there's no avoiding death. It's the one thing guaranteed. The Fool can often suggest the freedom of death. Don't go freaking out. It's got to have certain, it's got to have very specific cards around it. But this is the unborn soul. This is that beautiful, blissful moment when you are in pure connection with soul and you totally trust the world. There can be signs of recklessness there, particularly if it's combined with the Knight of Wands or the Knight of Swords. But there's a naivety there. There's a genuine open-heartedness there. In my 20s, I travelled around America. I had next to no money. I had a bus ticket and that was about it, and I just accepted help from anyone that would give it to me. I stayed at various people's homes, and looking back, I can't quite believe that I had such a magical and amazing journey. And looking back, I really was a fool. I was naively trusting that everything was going to be okay. And you know what? It was. So the fool isn't in my crib sheet, partly as a minor protest in having to do it, partly just to see if anyone would notice, and partly because I don't think that this one card, more than any other, can be condensed into just a few words. But if it was, it would be hope, take a leap of faith, and the endings and beginnings of cycles. Because that zero, of course, it is the wheel of the earth. It just is about, and pagans, they don't think about life as going from birth to death. They think about the cycles, the wheel of the year, from winter through to midsummer and back to winter again. So I love the Fool. It is a beautiful card. Mostly, excuse me, it was missed out just because I guess I didn't want the crib sheet to be a complete work.